Okay, we got rested and we walked into the building. That's really it. That's all that transpired. This passageway has been blocked by a magical field. It isn't clear how to remove it.
This is what happens when masters of warding magics compare notes for centuries. Regular doors and boring locks fall out of fashion. I was hoping the Edict of Fire had done us a favor and burned away all these barriers, but we are not so lucky. There's a sequence to lower the barriers, but as custom and paranoia dictate, the sages use different sequences every single day, and I'm guessing whoever set this one up is long gone, likely dead. We'll need to look for something that can help.
The sages used a lot of their power for hiding behind walls. I can't say I'm impressed.
Sorry, I can't.
Kyrus' edict has transformed this floor into a molten lake of fire. Had the sages... Yep. Lantry looks around, his eyes wide.
I almost didn't recognize it. This is where we made parchment. There used to be dozens of hides stretched out on enormous drying racks, filthy piles of goat hair, vats of rendering fat. Quite a busy workshop we had going. It's also happened to smell like diseased pigs defecating on burning goats. That I don't miss.
As you approach the bodies at the end of the hall, the sage makes a low squeal of fear and falls over, feigning death. Wow, I'm convinced both of these bodies are totally dead. The sage looks you up at you.
I wasn't sure that would work.
Well, I was absolutely sure it wouldn't, but how was I supposed to know you weren't another one of those gangs? They're everywhere. I've been hiding in this area ever since the edict tore this place apart. You can never be too careful. You're a fate binder. I can't believe there's a fate binder in the Vellum Citadel. You're the one that declared the edict here. You know, it's because you warned us about what was to come that we were able to cast the spell to preserve the Citadel before the edict could destroy it. I don't know if anyone got to thank you for that. Kind of backfired on us, though. It didn't stop the edict, it just froze everything in place as it was being destroyed. Preservation is preservation, I suppose. He shrugs, winces, and coughs up more blood. Not that it's doing any good here with all the Scarlet Chorus in here. Did you see, how many of those thugs ran in? When I saw them enter, I knew I couldn't stay in any longer. I had to come in and prevent anyone else from getting in, so I activated the barrier by the door. Fascinating. So then you just sprouted wounds? I came over here to destroy the piece of the passcode so no one could get through. But this one must have followed me. He attacked me and told me he'd kill me if I didn't tell him how to get through. You can see how well that went for him. Please, Fatebinder, you have to protect the Citadel from the Scarlet Chorus. Don't let them destroy it. The piece of the passcode will get you through the first barrier. Find the rest and keep it from these monsters. They can't be allowed to unlock our secrets. Alright, let me bind your wounds. That's okay. I know I'm not long for this world. Don't worry about a single sage when there's much more to save. Just keep the Citadel safe, please. He dies. Well, that was foolish. I could have easily saved you. I have a fucking healing mage with me.
That shelf is
Dumbass.
glowing like it's trying to get your attention.
How fortuitous. That is truly part of the passcode needed to bypass the barrier protecting the silent archive. I haven't been this excited since I learned my first sigils. Truth is, in all my decades at the Vellum Citadel, I never once set foot anywhere near the archive.
The scrolls here are blank. It looks like they were stored here along with the implements and ingredients to make ink. Though the amount of heat rushing through this fissure is intense, the lower floor somehow
Well, that
remains
area below
intact.
us doesn't look as bad as up here.
It isn't clear why the library hasn't been wholly consumed by lava. Well,
Well,
that
that
guy
area
told
below
us
us doesn't look as bad as up here.
they
Can't
cast
do
a
that.
spell to
Can't do
preserve
that.
it.
Sorry, I can't.
See? Every once in a great while, things are easier than I expect. Though I doubt any other barriers are going to be this easy to bypass. Keep that phrase. This is a good sign. If they had not secured the silent archive, they wouldn't have bothered to leave passcodes for any returning sages.
And how exactly... Oh. Hey, you, come here. I want to talk to you. How exactly do you think you're gonna get away? The sensor is right outside the door. Now get your worthless asses moving before I tell the sensor myself. And if I'll get the shackles, too. It'll be worth it just to see something. Man, they don't give you enough time to read the fucking dialogue boxes. A haggard man stands in the middle of a group, addressing them through clenched teeth. They are lounging in the room, almost completely ignoring him. If you can't get in line, I swear I'll leave you to burn in this forge. Do you want that? Just listen to me, and we can all get out of here with our eyebrows intact. They're glowing parchment fragments. How fucking hard can they be to find? Fatebinder, what are you doing here? I thought you fools blocked the passageway. I'm watching an undeserving leader try to direct a worthless crew. Two of Olson's men look at each other and then at him. Did he just insult us? I didn't ask for this. I'm just trying to stay alive. Shape up, you worthless fucks. I will find the Silent Archive even if it kills me. Do you need anything else? Address the sages. I helped you once and warned you about Kairos' edict. Help me destroy these fools and you may yet live. Damn it, Fatebinder, what are you doing?
Look at that!
Killing you.
Corpse.
Shit, I'm kind of in a bad spot here.
Uh-huh. You won't enjoy this as much as I do. I got it. Have a look here.
Looked like that trap was in the shape of a sigil.
Can't do that. Curious.
Oh, sick. The Ember Glow Hood. It looks fucking cool. Hoods like this were often gifted to promising acolytes of the School of Wild Wrath prior to their absorption. So, I doubt anybody in our group's gonna be using fire magic, to be honest, but it looks cool. Oh, on Lantry, I guess he's always purple.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh, that's cool. We learned the Sigil of Fire from that pillar thing right there.
Curious. Yes. Interesting.
The sage backs up as you approach, fear in his eyes. No, please don't hurt me. You're not chorus members, but they're nearby. I can hear them. I would leave, but they block the exit, and I can't open the barrier without the right key. You're free to go. The way's clear. I can never thank you enough for what you've done for me. Take this. Maybe it will help you. gave me some kind of research thing. There's some scrolls you get that you can research that once we have the library, we can do that. Gaptooth, there's someone out here. Then tell them to get their asses in here. Get your asses in there. Gaptooth wants to talk.
See that?
Oh, I should do that, not her. Sigil of Strength. A rough-looking woman stands in the gap made by a broken wall, turning to address you as you approach. So the censor didn't trust 4 groups to get what she wanted and sent another one? More groups talk about an excessive use of force. For Kairos' sake, it's still just a library. I'm not going to get up and walk away. It's not going to get up and walk away. We have time to get to the archive. I even know where a piece of the passcode is. Nothing you said makes any fucking sense. Yet another group led by one of the tier's most brilliant minds. How in the everlasting burn do I always get saddled with the geniuses? Do you honestly not know who the fuck I am? Should I care? I just want to survive long enough to get to the archive and get the fuck out of here. Death is not high on my list of desirable activities. My current problem is Numbly's group down below. They're guarding one of the passcode pieces, and they can be particularly stab-happy. I don't want to cross their path with a molten pit nearby, so I'm trying to decide what to do. Address the sages. I warned you about Kairos' edict so you could escape before being destroyed. Help me kill this gang and you'll escape again. As the sages look with determination, Gaptooth's eyes fill with fury and rage. You worthless ink suckers will burn along with the Fatebinder. Kill them!
Look at that!
Oh, you did know.
Tear your skeleton out by your ass! We can do this!
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? I will break you!
What's this? Burnt missive. The contents of this missive are obscured by the page's burnt edges, but you can tell that Graven Ash was the intended recipient. The sender makes a plea for assistance as she doesn't believe her garrison in the Blade Grave has... Ooh, that might be evidence of something that Ash doesn't want people to know about.
Will do.
Even the honorable one is a lying cocksucker. A large man stands with his back to you, gesticulating wildly at the beastmen around him. He points up north, up the stairs at the wall of shelves on the rise. Go get it, you mangy freak. It's not gonna hurt you. That piece of the passcode. That is the piece of the passcode. I just know it. No, shiny, crackly, light-hurt beast will not touch. No. That was a spell cast by that sage, who is now dead, by the way, so there's not going to be any more shiny, crackly light to hurt you. Just go fucking get it. The rest of us need to stay here and keep anyone else from getting to it. Go! The beastman refuses. You're worthless, all of you. How did I get stuck with the monster brigade? Oh, it'd be nice to have kills and shadows here. She might actually be able to turn these beastmen against him or something. The man turns to you, his ill-fitting armor straining against his chest. What are you doing here? Never mind, I don't really care. We're not gonna let you pass, no matter your reasons. This contest is in a bag. If anyone is gonna get to the Silent Archive first, it will be me. And if you think I'm letting you anywhere near that piece of the passcode, think again. Someone already tried to take it from me and failed. Us. I'm a fate binder of Tunon, and I suggest you move. I have business. Titles mean nothing to me, and they mean even less down here. Does your title protect you in a library wreathed in unending flame? I doubt it. What a shame. Time to die.
You're not going anywhere.
I think my wisdom is finally catching up to my head.
New day. Our time together has not gone to waste. Grovel before me!
Attaboy.
Bleed out, you little shit.
Oh, very nice. Blood Chanter's Spine. Some arcane practitioners believe the bones, organ, and drained humors of mages possess unique properties. The dissection of mages is frowned upon practice, if not wholly illegal, in the Empire. I mean, it's useless to us, but it's cool. It gives you +10 control emotions, which this
Spotted
game has
something.
lots of cool magic with lots of crazy shit you can do, but you kind of have to specialize, and that's why it's best to play a mage, so you can
I
start the
got it.
game and pick like fire, emotions. I don't know. There's lots of choices, but it's kind of useless to me.
Sorry, I can't.
The earlier you start, the better, so you can actually be fucking good at things and cast high-level spells. This fight might be hard. We have never fought any of these
Mortality.
before. These are Bane.
To the body count.
Hi. Can't do that. That's how it's fucking done. Yes. See that?
Beyond the gaping hole in the floor, hundreds of scrolls fill the shelves on the far wall. Mid-static torque, tend to control lightning. This iron band hums and crackles with energy. The plaque is so smudged and scratched that you can't read most of it, but it mentions a new binding technique and mastering the magic to preserve the scrolls. First Kings of Stalwart. This document chronicles the early days of the Regent bloodline in Stalwart. Hidden among the list of names and titles, you find the story of Queen Portia, who stripped her infant child of any legal claim to the throne to stave off an assassination attempt. The event set a legal precedent that has lasted for centuries. You think someone might find this of interest?
Will do.
Stupid edict ruining the whole place. I used to know my way around. Feel so old.
I got it.
Damn it, Verse. I need to be doing that. Keep fucking that up.
Look at that, a future corpse. Yes, I did cause that mess.
Don't lie, Verse.
Can't take much more of this. This
Are you afraid of death, worm?
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
One more piece. I don't want to miss anything. How do I get over here? Oh, it's just kind of looks like you can't walk across it.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh shit, what? I've never seen this before. Here's a burning man in there. As you approach the edge of the rolling lake of lava, roiling, you see a head break the surface. This man lets out a piercing scream and sinks below again. Moments later he pops up a little farther this time and floats on the lava, eyes glazed. His shirt is torn and you see elaborate tattoos on his chest as he sinks yet again. Oh, that can't be. Comfortable? I can't even believe it works. The sigil on his chest, it's actually working. You know this guy?
One of the newer scribes, not sure I rightly know. Perhaps it's for the best. Hard enough to see him in that state. Can't imagine someone I care about in that sort of misery. My hunch tells me he was trained enough to recognize that sigil, but foolish enough to overestimate its utility. Such a waste. But he made his contribution to the arcane lore. He field-tested the sigil. We know it mostly works.
What is happening here? Help him out. You wait until he floats back to the surface. He screams and his arms swing up, allowing you to grab it and pull him out. You drag him onto the rock and turn him over, allowing the molten rock to drain from his lungs. He sits up and looks at you briefly, then his eyes cast about widely. What? Where? I can still smell it. Most of my hair burned off days ago, but the stench clings to my nostrils. I can't believe you found me. I was about to stop struggling in hopes the ward would prevent me drowning.
Sage Gaffney. Didn't recognize you covered in molten rock. You should have been part of the first evacuation group. Selwyn must be worried sick.
Master Selwyn is dead, so his sickness needn't be an issue. But you don't need to lecture me twice, Master Lantry. I want to be as far away from this sweltering death trap as possible. Where'd you learn that magic? Learn? This is drawn on me by my master's hand, an experiment in preservation magic a year or so before this whole Edict of Fire nonsense began. It's for your own good, he shouted at the time. Hate it when he's right. Hate it even more when he hurls candles at me to test the magic. Just get out of here before anything else bad happens. Well, I suppose thanks are in order. I hope I can make my way out.
The floor plan's changed to say the least, and you'll need to keep an eye out for any chorus goons lurking in the area. Run along now and don't look back. There's no home left to save.
The sage looks around, getting his bearings, and slowly makes his way up the ramp and out of your sight. Well, that was new.
Sorry, I can't.
Barrick leveled up. Barrick and nearby party members take reduced damage. Absolutely. Defender's watch. How much is the damage reduction? 5%, not amazing, but it gets up to 15, which is pretty fucking good. Lantry will give him this. See how much it increases his lore. Increases lore by 10. I mean, yeah, we kind of need it.
On it.
Lantry certainly, even though he's squishy as fuck, he is pretty good at healing.
Can't do that.
Got some friends here. Bone Whittler. Sounds nice. Awfully cute of you to try to sneak up on me in a well-lit room. You're right there. He laughs for a few more seconds and stops suddenly. In an instant, he goes from ecstatic to petulant. I'm sorry, did I forget to conveniently glance somewhere else? I wonder how you thought that might go. Are you He is insane. So there's some new blood come to feed the furnace. I doubt you'll last long. You really need to fucking die, bro. Cutting right to the chase without any of the foreplay, a woman after my own heart.
To go! Interesting. Sorry, I can't.
Consider it done.
Oh shit, I got a lot of people.
Feel my...
Pull yourself together.
That's interesting. So the sages attacked me with him, which is kind of weird. Maybe I said the wrong thing. That fight would be way fucking easier without those sages attacking me. So let's try to make that happen. Is this supposed to be doing something for me? I will tell you, I don't care about this contest. I don't even care if I leave. The censor has given me a wonderful playground. Yeah, fuck you. Address the sages. Do any of you want this man to find the Silent Archive? Because I don't. Whoa. Think a sage can get the drop on me, do you? It won't happen. How can you be sure? Oh, his own person killed him. That's how. Would you feel inclined to misbehave if you knew you'd be put down a moment before you started acting rabid? He looks at you. Our sages know their place. You help and you obey or you die. Short-sighted fool. This is how you act tough. You discard decades of learned study. Even the voices in a rot would be offended by this needless waste of such a valuable slave. You need to die.
I am a shield wall unto myself.
Can't do that. Sorry, I can't. The boss is down. Shit!
Yeah, that's not good.
I will aid you.
I will break you. Feel my...
Wow. Okay, this fight is a lot harder than the other ones. A lot of it's just positioning, like, the AI really loves to come and fuck you hard. You're squishy people, which of course makes sense.
On it. To battle!
Make that from the record.
Take that! I think that... Ready? Got dark all of a sudden.
Clutch timing there. I gave Verse the mushroom and we stayed alive because of it.
Sorry, I can't. Got it. Gotta hear my sights. Take that. On it.
Come and feast my iron!
Can't do that. Sorry, I can't.
It's the sigil of cyclical energy.
Better, faster, and stronger.
Sweet. Verse. Gravedigger. Knocks them prone and then does damage. Good shit.
That looks like the final piece. I can't fucking believe it. I'm going to see the silent archive. Oh, keep it together, Lantry. You're gonna give yourself a heart attack.
The symbols on the page swim before your eyes, fading and reappearing as you watch. As you stare at them, they slowly resolve themselves into a series of sentences. First and foremost, those that have the strength of will, the door to the north shall open. Secondly comes passion, burning in the south like an unending fire to provide vitality to the dedicated. Then from the west, the one with true resolve shall come to explain the gravity of commitment to knowledge. Lastly, look to the east and brace yourself against those who would pull you down, lest you let your might be solid as stone. So it's like a little puzzle that shouldn't be too hard. We'll talk about it when we get there. Oh, a fucking disfavored mage. It never ends, does it? She is coughing blood. The blood from her mouth hits the cheek of the sage currently binding her wounds. I'm sorry. You're fine. A little blood comes with the territory. But you need to keep quiet or I won't be able to get this done right. I don't want you bleeding out. Thank you. I appreciate your help even with all the trouble we've caused you. The sages aren't nearly as bad as I was led to believe. She stares at you, all signs of levity gone from her expression. What are you planning on doing? We're both trapped here with those chorus members right on the other side of that rubble, and I'm certainly in no shape to fight. It would seem we're in quite a bind. You're right. A life spared won't turn the tide. You're not worth killing. Both of them visibly relax. Thank you. Finding mercy from anyone in here is the last thing I expected. We aren't going anywhere right now, but as soon as I'm ready, I can get us out. The problem is the group over there. They're already gone. The way is safe. She smiles. Thank you. As soon as I'm up to it, I will get out of here.
Sorry, I can't.
This is where we'd socialize. Eh, by that, I mean we'd drink till we forgot geometry. Powerful warding magic keeps this place intact. Who knows how long it will hold?
Send me your champion!
Fall before me! You're not going anywhere! Got him in my sights. I think that one hit both.
Yeah, that AoE heal is fucking clutch. Oh, Siren has Verse has battle stances. Yeah, the one that gives her accuracy is the...
I see.
Face my ire!
I see as crow flies.
Archon, lend me your strength.
I don't know if she can carry us, but we'll see. Verse is becoming pretty decent, actually. She was pretty bad, or just squishy, but she's so squishy that she does good damage.
Oh, someone stitch me up. I'm on it. Better not wake up dead.
Aww. Yeah, fuck me. My bad. It's getting late, I'm tired.
Powerful warding magic keeps this place. Who knows how
For
long?
fuck's sake, man.
On it.
Powerful warding magic keeps this place intact. Who knows how long it will hold?
Will do.
Your days end here!
I got it.
Baldur's Gate 2, one fight it can be cake, and then the same fight, or it's insane, and then you load, and then the next time it's like cake. That one's a nasty son of a bitch. Malice.
Eat an awful lot of bread.
Smashed to pieces!
Hey. Hey, over there.
We found a parchment. Dusty missive. Is a reply intended for the sage Renata. It urges her to make an important decision about the future of their guild. Evidently, the sages were often used as mediators between the armies, oftentimes because Grave and Ash simply refused to work with the voices in Herat due to the troubled past between them. I'm tired of being stuck here. Read that fucking poem. I have a hunch this could work out now.
Hi.
Yep. We're getting there, verse.
Sorry, I can't.
This room is mysteriously untouched by the destruction that ripped the rest of the library apart. The scrolls look completely undisturbed on the intact shelves. Okay. The strength of will. I don't even know which one of these is which. Well, that was the easiest fucking puzzle ever. What the fuck? You can definitely do that without all the passcodes then. It's intended that way so players don't get stuck, I suppose. Or you could just Google it like everyone does nowadays, everything. Gaming was a lot cooler before everyone had best build ever, must play. If you're not doing it, you're fucking suck. Go kill yourself. It's like, God, dude, nobody can just have fun anymore. Like the amount of people that ask the question, what's the best class in Baldur's Gate 3? On Reddit, it's like, the best fucking class is the one you like, dipshit. I don't get it. Like, what do you think is cool? It'll be fine. While I assumed it would be you who would emerge the victor in this game, I must say I'm a little disappointed you were able to dispatch all of my men so easily. The fear of death is a great motivator, but causing death seems to motivate you a little more. I guess I'll have to show a more discerning eye in my recruiting. But your string of success ends here. Your body will join with those of the sages on the altar. It's rather amusing if you think about it. They may have stopped the building from collapsing, but they couldn't stop the edict or the Scarlet Chorus. All they did was sacrifice themselves for a scrap of parchment they're gonna lose anyway. Huh, I figured it would come to this. I am ready. Probably should have rested, but hopefully we can get away with it.
Try something else!
Where did all this...
Okay. We need to rest because there's some abilities that are only we
Right.
can only use once per rest, and we've already used them. Let's whip the old consumables out here. Should get these health potions. Eric should have the chonkiest ones, probably.
Hi.
This game had creature summons, they would be so good. They're really good in Pillars of fucking Eternity because they just soak up damage while you fucking destroy everyone.
Heads up. We have company. On it. Try something else. Flawless. Can't do that. Ready?
My armor is dented.
I never had a chance.
Oof. Eric just got fucking drilled, man. It's not good. It's really not good. Shit, we were gonna win and now we might actually lose.
Better not
God damn it, game.
wake up dead. Right.
I'm not built for this sort of violence.
That was like a guaranteed win and now we're gonna fucking
I
die.
feel pain.
I mean, I might get lucky here. Never mind. God damn it! What a bunch of fucking bullshit. That went so fucking well, too.
them think.
Whew, that was very, very close. It's not over yet, but it's looking good.
You got it. Right.
Whew. Got the sensor's grip. Nothing great. Pretty much shit.
Hoist that on someone else's shoulders.
Got an obsidian
Curious.
fragment. Chronicler's Eye. Ooh, only Lantry can equip this. Plus 10 to lore, plus 10% will defense. That's a really good item. This lens of distorted sea glass was originally used to augment the failing eyesight of sage hierarchs. Popular belief is held that enough documents of arcane lore have passed to the eye by the way of this lens that the glass itself has learned over time, taking on strange properties. Sick. Damn, Lantry's actually starting to become kind of good, even without any good spells. Oh, nice. Staff of Hours. 50% graze deflection. That's a really good fucking staff, but it's not good for Lantry. The glowing staff bears the mark of the sages and was wielded by the hierarch of the Vellum Citadel before the Edict of Fire destroyed the ancient library fortress. The staff has passed down unknowable numbers of hands over the centuries, and tradition dictated that every owner imbue it with an expression of their magical aptitude. Runes encircled the length of the staff, each in a different style, some describing the names of dead archons and others fragments of inscrutable poetry, all intended to unlock some hidden potential. The staff's current aspect is that of the previous owner, Hierarch Jespers, who is an accomplished illusionist and trickster. The staff has served different purposes throughout its long career. It was often employed to preserve old documents or repair sections of the Citadel. Dark stains around the haft tell of a time when it was dipped in vats of ink, a doomed effort to replicate the magic behind the bottomless cistern of ink known as the Everwell.
Right.
I don't know, maybe we should give... Ah, Lantry's quill makes him better at casting life magic, I see. I don't know, we'll have to think about the whole staff thing. What is his magical staff? It's not bad.
Right.
Which reminds me, we should probably purchase this. Oh, it's expensive. This guy lets us respec. I don't know. I don't actually know if we can respec our companions, but I certainly hope we can. Because I have Lantry. I have his skills focused on. Oh, I really should probably use his attribute points. What do we want Lantry to be good at? I don't know. I'll think about that one. I tend to hoard my points. First Sage Arwol's directives. Sage Torvin. Kairos' armies have been rebuffed for now, but it is only a temporary victory. I have no doubt that we may hold these walls a good deal longer, but you must remember that the Overlord aims not to butcher the Citadel's keepers, but to destroy its secrets. Kairos is not omnipotent. Her powers may be known and understood in time, and she rightly fears the knowledge we have here. The Silent Archive must be protected. There is no library in the tiers that is its equal. Nothing else matters. Nothing. We may not know the Overlord's plans, but with time and research we can circumvent any of her designs. I need you to ensure that we will have the time when the moment is right. Focus your efforts on Sage Stay as theoretical forays into temporal magic. While we were right to deny such dangerous experimentation before, now is the time in which risks are justified. Gather the Elder Sages and make your way to the lower chambers. You are to remain there until you devise a solution to Stea's problem of scale. Halting the flow of time in a single chamber won't be sufficient if Kairos drowns us all in a storm or hurtles his library into the firmament. You must find a way to encase all of the Citadel in such a spell should disaster come. Your success is not optional. The library will be a distant memory if Kairos has her way. Should we both survive, I would be happy to congratulate you on your breakthrough. Until then, get to work. More notes. Sage Litotes. We can't help you with the ringing in your ears just yet, so we'll have to make do until the conflict is over. Yes, Arwell was very explicit in his directives. I know they seem impossible, but that is the situation we face. Everyone that can interpret the Silent Archive died in the last night's attack, so we're not getting any assistance in this matter. Thankfully, I do have an idea, one which requires everyone's participation. Scale is the issue. Stea's last experiments only affected as much as a small chamber. I believe that we can amplify the spell's effects by repeating the motions of its sigils as a group, similar to the ritual magic used in primitive cultures that predated modern Tearsmen. Sage Dangling Participle believes... Oh, that's actually not a joke. That's actually an actual sage. That's funny. You thought it was a joke because Lantry said that earlier, but it's actually a sage. Believes that this will create an exponential growth in the spell's effects, but at an expected cost to stability. I'm inclined to agree. Also, we have no other ideas. No one else here has your expertise in magical foci. You've told me countless times how minor baubles can have a profound effect on spells that exceed the control of their caster. What if we use something as powerful as an artifact as the focus of the ritual? Without one, the energies involved will quickly become chaotic and almost assuredly deadly for all of us. At least with an artifact, there's a chance that Stea's spell will encompass the entire Citadel and put it into a state of stasis. In my opinion, there's only one artifact to use, and that's the Silent Archive itself. It's clearly the most potent object in this room. Sage Dangling Participle believes that the staff of ours will suffice, but I'm not going to leave anything to chance. Better that we use the Silent Archive as our focus now and figure out how to retrieve it later. Not if you agree after reading this. I really hope that blast didn't take your sight as well. The altar sits in the middle of a lake of lava encircled by ritual braziers. The body of the sages who gave their lives to stop the library's collapse are littered around the pedestal. A nimbus of magical energy surrounds this scroll, which levitates above the central platform. You see characters upon the parchment, but they seem to shift from one language to the next.
Amazing. I had suspected there was more to the Silent Archive than a simple vault. Extraordinary. This scroll must represent thousands of scholarly works.
Examine the magical aura around the scroll. Waves of energy radiate out from the scroll, billowing up towards the ceiling and fanning out to encompass the cavernous chamber. It appears that the Silent Archive is an active participant in some sort of ongoing spell, one that is likely keeping the burning library standing. Removing the scroll would assuredly have disastrous effects upon the active spell. Read it? The parchment surface is impossible to read, ever shifting, convoluted. You see characters from Old Verdant written over calligraphy of the Northern Empire, which transforms into words used by nomadic tribes of ancient Azure, and then again into phrases of the common tongue. What are you? As you utter the question, the scroll's surface is suddenly wiped clear. After a moment, words begin to form. Indeed, the Silent Archive is meant to be the final source of knowledge. Every text we have magically transcribed bubbles beneath its surface, waiting to be called forth.
Fatebinder, should this be true, the Silent Archive could be worth more than some of the old realms.
The Silent Archive is the 100-year endeavor of the School of Quill and Ink. As one of its creators and guardians, I have ensured that its knowledge may only be accessed by sages of my order, and only those specifically charged with such a weighty responsibility. The Silent Archive, thus, is a glittering jewel that only a few may see. Should the artifact fall into outsiders' hands, I expect that less than 1 in 100 of its secrets will be revealed in the span of a lifetime. Take it. Are you so eager to bring the library down on our heads that you would pull the only linchpin out? Well, yeah. You can leave the scroll there, but it's not an option on this playthrough. You need the artifact, but on other playthroughs you can leave it there and keep the library intact. This way the library will not remain intact.
If I had known all the running involved, should have just accepted the flames. Speaking of which, shouldn't the edict be resolved?
The air surrounding you begins to thin and the smell of embers begin to diminish. The clouds of smoke slowly revealing the sky beyond them. You feel a powerful pulse of warm energy burst from the silent archive. Sound disappears into a deafening silence. Your vision blurs and you are overcome by dizziness that nearly knocks you off your feet. Then, as quickly as it hits you, the feeling passes. The air around you begins to settle, and the particles of fire and ash that moments ago stung your eyes dissipate with a chilly gust. With the silent archive removed from the burning library, the Edict of Fire is extinguished, and its warmth feels pulled into your very chest, a sensation similar to the weightlessness when the Edict of Execution broke at Ascension Hall.
So much knowledge turned to smoke and ash. Ending the edict can't undo the damage, but perhaps now this place can be rebuilt. I hope future scholars can unearth whatever remaining books and scrolls are buried within.
I do love watching someone's hard work unravel like an old sweater. If you ever meet Kairos, ask how long it took to draft the Edict of Fire. The sages had better shape up and share their knowledge this time. Hoarding it got them here, and I hate to think that history might repeat itself. The shape and intensity of the fires leap in your mind. The details of the mighty incantation, the wording, the magical logic of the flames, all are seared into your mind with perfect recall. The Edict of Fire is now a part of you. Interesting. Do we actually... Okay, we actually have it. It's a physical object. The Silent Archive. This glowing scroll is dedicated with runes that seem to twist and swim. Nice. We actually can use it as an item. It gives 1 to tenacity, 1 to wits and 1 to resolve. Neither of which we use, but you know who does use that? Lantry.
Will do. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
An unmarked place, perhaps, or a marked place, but we don't have access. Oh, we're probably supposed to go hand that to Blood and Mark. I wanted to... Yeah, we should go do that. Whoops. E. Okay, we'll go ahead and read this letter. Sire, this is the lady that's supposed to give us information about the edicts. Do you remember your training under Blood and Mark? I remember mine. Funny to think that you and I are about a century apart, but to Blood and Mark we are all children. I'm now the oldest of the court's children, and I've seen much in my time. It's probably for the best everyone assumes I'm old, harmless, and worth shuffling away into the archives. If I were scrutinized too closely, I'm sure Tunon would find I've grown lax in my spoiled age. Part of why I am where I am is that I've kept my head down. You appear to be doing the opposite in some regards. This is beyond your control. You were chosen for the honor of proclaiming Kairos' edict twice. To decline would have meant death, but to accept means to be placed on the edge of the stage placed on the stage for all to see. Kairos' most powerful boon is not the edict. It's her ability to hand us rope that we willingly use to hang ourselves. Never forget this. There are numerous questions nestled in your request. What is it you wish to know most? Focus your inquiry, and I will answer the best I can. Fatebinder Myothis. Ask about the spires. Dear Myothis, it seems wise to know one's own domain, and seeing as I am now the master of a mountain spire, I ought to learn all that I can. If you would share with me what you know of the spires, I would be in your debt. I'll start with what I know and have observed so far. The mountain spire seems to awaken at about the same instant that Kairos' edict of execution was put to rest. There was a burst of arcane energy that drowned out my senses, and I awoke at the summit of the spire in what seemed to be just a few heartbeats of time. Atop the spire is an old sculpture of sorts, and it seems to be the core of the spire's mystic energy. I've been seeing visions and receiving sensations from the sculpture. It seems odd to describe it as talking to me, but it's the closest analogy. Am I the first to report such things? There are other spires elsewhere in the world, correct? Siren. Alright, it's late. I'm tired. We will go see Blood and Mark next time, as well as talk to some folks. So yeah, peace.